Okay, welcome to this review stream. It's a little unorthodox. I usually do a typed up review first and foremost and get all those fine-tuned details out there to you, but due to getting the code review code late and being limited by storms, I figured I could sort of do this as a stream review and kind of get it out to you that way. A little hands-on sneak peek at what the game is about. More than a sneak peek, I plan on going on over all the features and whatnot. So you will get a proper look at the game. Basically, what you missed before this point at where I'm at is the game follows a main character by the name of Hayato. Hayato was in a subway station at the beginning, and he sort of nearly got killed by being pushed by a demon or astral over into the way of a subway train. But an angel saved him, intervened, left a special weapon called the Gangor, I want to say it is. And the Gangor is a demonic sort of gun that allows you to capture demons or astrals, as they're called in this game, and allows you to use them to fight alongside you against other demons and angels, basically. And in this particular game, there's a lot of religious themes. They're not all Christian, as you would think. There's this devilish character named Lucifer, obviously reference to Lucifer. Sort of running the show from behind the scenes and telling the tale as it unfolds and stuff, through the gameplay and, cluing you into what's going on. But basically, God has a chosen one, and the chosen one is the blue-haired guy you see at the left-hand side of the screen. His name is Hayato, as I said before. What you're going to see here in the combat is it's basically random encounters, but it's turn-based strategy. And what makes this different is that your main characters, the one at the front, one at the end, and the demons between, they each have certain skills. But on top of that, you see the little eye that is a little sort of twitching, and that's different colors. The more they attack, the more the color changes as the attack is, and you become more prone to attack by the demons or whatever. You can capture demons with your Gangor gun. You'll have to use the Astral Boost skill from the main character to capture them once they're weak enough, and that's one of the key components of the thing. I'm gonna quit blabbering on here and just sort of show you. You gotta weaken these little demons here. Try to attack them a bit. And it's your basic I want to say dungeon crawler, first-person dungeon crawler type thing, where you go through mazes, you go through doors, you loot the place, you fight key, enemies of interest, bosses sometimes, right? Regular minions or astrals or whatever they're called, and you earn, supplies. And what you're seeing there is the karma that you get. Karma comes in, I want to say, well, it's basically different divinations of, like, you got the good, the evil, and the dual karma, which you can feed into the demons you catch to actually increase their strength, strengthen them, awaken them even. In fact, that's another thing. You have to actually awaken the demons you catch before they can be used, and I will show you that as soon as I get to a proper point. Another unique thing is this dungeon looting system. You see how it has the good and evil little sides as you press X to unlock, it will fill up either way, and from what I can gather, it basically affects the drops you get. It's not like a trap type situation, I don't think so much if you got the proper character situations. You see it's going up, and you get like whatever item comes from that. Got a leather guard, so that's that. And I'm gonna see if I can put that on any of my party members here. Equipment. This game isn't, I wouldn't say, is deeply involved from what I've experienced so far. You've got your leveling system for the characters. You've got your basic, weapon, head, body, leg, accessory type setup, and switch characters here. And this is the angel that's by your side, sort of guiding you through what you need to do. Detail I forgot to mention, Hayato is an occult journalist, and that's why he was out sort of researching at the beginning, trying to figure out this mysterious lady in purple sort of showed up like every time somebody committed suicide on the subway thing, and she's actually the angel that saves them. So that's a spoiler, early spoiler, not too deep into the game. It's just right at the beginning, so it's not that bad. But anyway, that's how he becomes entangled in the situation he's in. And as the game unfolds, you will be going between the mazes, which are called layers, which are like a sort of extra dimension to the real world. Like only demons and angels and people who have the abilities like the Chosen One has can really see into those parts of the world and venture into them and battle demons. And your goal is to investigate basically different things, and as the Chosen One, of course, you've got to help your angel partner kind of deal with the situation. As you can see, I'm pretty lost here. Kind of should be paying attention to the map more than I should be talking, but basically that's the gist of it. Like, I will get into a battle here and try to capture something to show you. Okay, that's new. That new one, I can capture that one. That would be all right for that. At the top of the screen, you'll see that little eye meter filling up. Like, if you let it fill up all the way, you will lose the ability to do the astral burst, which will, allow you to capture new astrals. As I said, those are the demons. And then you've got the Gangor gun, sort of does like a attack, as it were. It's all about choosing what to attack and how much to attack it. I'm just going to try to eliminate this, and it'll probably feed over into one of the other astrals and sort of damage it a little bit. That way I can capture it. But basically, you've got to apply your attacks properly if you want to catch something, because overkill will. So she learned a skill. Okay.
This is the Fruits of Wisdom system?
Okay, that's another aspect. Fruits of Wisdom. Basically, let her explain it here for you.
Amazing.
Her name is Lua, by the way. It's basically skills, basically what it amounts to.
Knowledge from battle experience means it creates new battle skills.
Now, skills are your usual
Heard of such a system in heaven.
RPG type skills. You've got ones that are more attack oriented, some are magic, some are healing. It depends on the
But the Chosen One is no ordinary human.
depends on the astrals that you catch. And as far as astrals go,
Use it wisely.
Lisa said there's over 100 you can catch. Which brings me to another point. This game has some nods to Shin Megami Tensei. Definitely. There is a character in here that you may see as I stream this that looks awfully like one of the Shin Megami characters. Hopefully I'll catch this one, but like, that's what you do to catch it. Basically, you weaken it, and you capture it. Okay. And you get, of course, the drops at the end, the materials for stuff and sell and use in the thing later on, when you get back to the real world. But I'm going to show you how to strengthen and unlock the demon here. See, this is a level. I like how they spell level. It's like Lev, Hell, 2, Night, but there's different types of them. And you can see the little tornado thing, which is he's more of a magic type damage dealer or whatever. I think he's not one of. Yeah, he's got like slash and he's got compensated healing, so he's a that type of demon. But anyways, gonna take a time to go to the menu and show you how the process is done. Here is the list. You can have a assign them at the parties thing, your mains and your subs. This will cost ether battery. You got ether battery gauge, which I'll show you in a second, but I need to quit going ahead myself there. But anyway, you can see this thing has sort of a demonic aura with like all kinds of cryptic little letters flashing around. You got to purify it first to make it usable in your party. This uses the karma you collect. Give offering, yes. So now he's usable in the party. To level him up, you simply go back to the the little icon there. You strengthen, and you apply any of these. Like any of these will level him up. But you can see there's a sort of advantage to use at certain times. There's like 10 is 5 XP or whatever, and then you got 10 to 10 for the evil karma, which is what I call it. It's not what you call it, but it's that type of thing. You press X until it fills it up, levels it up, adds base attribute boost, levels it up that way. That's how you level up your things, your astrals, as they were. One thing to note is that they will, when they lose life, you'll have to repurify them to get them back in your party. They will retain the level they were at, so that is a plus. But you will have to spend karma to repurify the astral if it dies in combat. If you have some assigned to sub, you can call them into your battle if one falls. Limited space in the main slot. Let me get into the party menu here to show you that. Party menu. Okay, this is the party menu. You got the main menu at top. The main characters, of course, are locked. You can't change them out. You can trade any of these center characters out if you like. But I'm gonna go down here, swap, and as you can see at the top, there's that little green battery bar. That's your ether battery, and each time you swap out one of these astrals, it sort of takes away from that bar, and when you have no bar left, you cannot swap them out. The only way you regain battery is by going back into the real world from the layer, and that's how you do that. I think that, yeah, that was that one. Put him into the thing. You can see it shows the ether battery cost there. Got him as backup. He's more of a healer type. Now these astrals, they don't come with their skills ready, as you've seen the Tree of Wisdom stuff kind of plays into that. They've got to unlock it through battle and stuff. Let me see, go in here, see if there's anything worthwhile. New. Probably gonna run into another demon sometime. I think I passed a door that I didn't go into. Yeah, it's all about searching rooms. You got your little icons that float that indicate like different levels of the labyrinth or whatever, the maze, layer, whatever they want to call it. And it's this very, you know, old school type JRPG stuff. It's got your loot and, you know, loot things here too. That's the first time I've actually seen an enemy in there with the treasure, so that's a new one for me. I'm just gonna attack him out, straight out. Maybe use a skill, show you that. You go to skill, it's got his festering demon, festering venom unlocked. You can apply skills, you can defend, you can use items. For the rest of the characters, I'm just going to use attack. There's no sense in wasting the magic points that it requires, because you've really got to choose wisely when to use what, because you'll want to save it for like the bigger battles or whatnot, and just especially the healing. Like if you only have one healer in your party, you're definitely gonna wanna reserve that. Okay, it destroyed me. It killed me. I lied. Okay, it dropped me down to 1 health. So it does damage you. So I didn't notice that earlier, because I had gotten that all the way to the evil side once, and it didn't do nothing. So that is new to me. That is a correction on my behalf. So it does. That is how the loot system works. You risk. Of course, you can. I think you can back out if you don't want to risk it. And now there are some astrals that will have like a lock skill, which will help you do that better and not risk losing that character. Now, if you're in a battle and the main character dies, it's game over. The interesting thing about that is the game doesn't end. It does not actually end and force you to start from a loading point. What it does is send you to this little interdimensional lady who gives you 3 options. You can basically go to hell, or you can, which is definitely a game over option. You can buy your way out two different ways, through karma points or through currency, which is yen in this game, which is surprising. They usually go with some odd currency for this type of thing. But yeah, that's I'm not gonna try to do the game over, because that would, you know, halt progress, and we wouldn't get nowhere with the you know, showcasing of the features or anything. But like, trust me, it's there. You've got those 3 choices: either pay with the yen, pay with the karma, or go to hell. So one thing I did not mention that I did mention on Twitter is that you'll see all kinds of different religious characters in here. Michael the Archangel, there's Enoch, there's Lucifer, there's Cthulhu, there's mention of Ra, various things, but they're all tied in to the battle that's going on. So the story is very, very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. The combat is interesting enough, but it's a lot of maze trekking and a lot of random battles that just pop up until you get to like a major point, you know, major boss fight or something. You know, that took some damage. Okay. Gangor actually allows you to swap out the characters from your subset to your main set. That's what the Gangor gun does, basically. So, correction on that too. Some of this is coming back to me as I play, and I'm kind of remembering stuff in that manner. But basically, the game's not all that deeply involved. Where it shines, as I said, is the plot, the characters, the sort of holy war that's going on. Lucifer at the beginning sort of paints it as a once in a millennium or once in an era type of deal, where they sort of toy around with the mortal world, try to test them, whatnot. Guy, has his chosen person, and they do their job. Okay, so as you can see here, different rarities and loot. I'm gonna risk it. Okay, I should get something good out of that. Darwin's branch, how about that? I think that's one of the upgrade items or something. Sort of like levels up the astrals to a different star rank. I think that's how that works. Yeah, empty rooms, a lot of empty rooms, a lot of things you've got to just go in and see if it's where you need to be. Okay, that is interesting. So you can move lever, little switches and toggles and stuff, and like the little rail cart, you have options to do that. The other thing to mention is, in the real world, when you're having conversations with the angel character that's in your party, you will actually kind of, what am I trying to say? You will earn karma depending on your answer. There's sort of like shades of gray type answers. Then there's like the evil or the good answers, and they'll give you karma points accordingly. And it's just another way to earn the karma for your astrals that you collect, as it were. I don't think he has any skills yet, so I'm just going to attack with that. Festering Venom. Sort of, let's see, do a flame on him. Skill slice. And attack. Okay. But it's all about making decisions and basically prioritizing what you do in the heat of battle. You're gonna, if you're going for capture, like astral burst, or if you're going for just the defeat the enemy or whatever, you're gonna have to play things smart. You're gonna have to mind the eye indicator, which is when it turns like solid red, you will be targeted hard. Basic way to put that, you're gonna be targeted by the enemies and take damage. Of course, it pays to discover instead of just go straight for that finish line. That's what this game's about, and it helps level up the get you karma to level up your party and stuff. And your main characters level up by battle alone. You can't use karma for them, so that's one thing to note. Got a welding mask. Gonna see if I can play that to one of these characters real quick. Welding mask. Speed -3. Don't want to do that. Let's see if it. Nope. I'm gonna level up some of these astrals while I'm at it. Try to get them higher. Strengthen him up. Of course, the higher, the deeper you go into the game, I should say, the harder the enemies will be. And you definitely want your party to be ready for that. So. As far as I can tell, the different karma does not have like a unique effect on how you level them up. It just like they just level them up differently according to astral type is what it is. What that amounts to is just what that is. And you can mix and match karma points. Let's see. Didn't get it quite up there, but yeah. There's that data list. We'll take a look at this. Astral inventory. You can look at the astrals you've collected. It gives a sort of mythology breakdown about what they are, how they relate to the demon world or whatever, and where they hail from, you know, that kind of thing. Just a paragraph shows their, you know, skill, MP cost, their level, different things like that. Let's see, Enoch here. Got that. But yeah, basically, that's what that is. A little demon bio, astral bio, as it were, for your characters. And you got your item inventory. Sort of has a Final Fantasy look to the listing. Reminds me of the old Final Fantasy VII item inventory thing. Then you got your library of, you know, skills you unlock through the astrals and whatnot. Layer investigation report. Basically the different areas, shows the maps, Akihabara, Tochome, and different areas you've been, how much of the map you've completed and whatnot. Lua investigation report. Basically a breakdown of your in-game achievements. I think that'd be the appropriate word for that. Your achievements: demon KOs, fallen angel KOs, angels KO, you know, different things, victories, skill completion rate, weapon synthesis, all that stuff. You know, just detailed. Then you got your investigation report. This ties into the occult research type thing in your little, you know, angel investigations and stuff. And each one, it tells you a little bit about the investigation, what went on, what you need to do, and got the notes on the side. Little detective work going on here. You also report back to the occult publication manager from time to time after getting out of the layer, and you know, that's basically the game in a nutshell. Now, there's a little more to it than that, and I think I should probably mention the fact that a lot of the game's art, it reminds me not so much of the traditional Nisa anime or the anime you'd see from higher end quality games, but more of a shoujo manga type look, sort of more mature looking, less chibi, less cutesy. Definitely that type of anime. And there are anime cutscenes actually in this thing. The intro is very static. It's barely animated stills of characters being moved around in like static spaces and whatnot. But you will get your anime cutscene from time to time. That looks really cool. It does look like your traditional anime in some cutscenes. Risk it. Oh no. I don't know if I should risk that. It could kill me. But let's go for it. Okay. Got it. Copper station key. That was a key item, I think. So there's that. I don't know what these things are over here. They don't do anything. But the game, it's not the level design. Like when you're going through the mazes and the layers and the cities and stuff, it's not the most detailed thing, as I've said. But there are points in the game where the art is more attractive, definitely more interesting. About you say I wasted a skill on that. I should take care of that Will-O-Wisp. He's one of the lower end enemies. So. But basically, you see my meter filling up at the top. Like I'm gonna lose my astral burst if I don't capture something soon. So that's gonna suck. But you don't really want to. I don't know. Maybe. I guess capture some of the same things. It kind of works to. Okay, some bigger enemies. Probably try to capture one of these enchindas. Can't even pronounce that right, I don't even know. But yeah, do a little attack on one. If you're wondering why I'm attacking one monster, the thing will actually switch over to the next, even if you've only chosen one. Okay, I took some major damage there. I think I just lost my angel character. Okay, that is not good. That was not smart. I don't think I have anything that'll bring her back. That is a first for me, so I don't know how I'm going to deal with that, but... Okay, so here's the leveling system. Attributes. You got your attack, defense, magic defense, critical hit, evade, speed, basic stuff. The only characters you level up this way are the angel character at the end and the main character, which is here. So you really want to mind what you level when you're doing this. He doesn't have magic attack, so obviously that's not a thing that I should level up. I'm going to try for critical. Maybe a couple of points. Evasion would be good. He obviously needs evasion. I don't know if my angel's like out of service now that I lost her. I do not know. But usually, like if the main character KOs, it's a done deal. Like you cannot. You'll have to encounter that in between, sort of near game over screen. Like you can either go to hell, or you can. As I said, you can pay your way out of it, but it's you either pay or you go to hell, basically. So it's a iffy situation. Let's see what I can do. See if I can bring her back somehow. Skills. Can't use her skills. Let's see, compensated healing. I can't use that. Lua's dead. Lua is dead. That just sucks. So I kind of screwed up there with that last battle. Underestimated the enemies. Like this game, it is unforgiving at times. You would think those enemies, you face them like several times over, but then you get to like a battle like that, and it kind of turns all kinds of wrong. It's sort of a, you definitely gotta mind what you're doing. Don't underestimate even the lower end enemies there. Anyways, as you can tell, these mazes are huge. They are big. Gonna flip that switch, see if I can go a different way. I wonder if I'll have Lua back if I make it back to the to the lair. I'm out of the lair. It's gonna be a issue, no doubt. Well, that took me to nowhere land. Let's see. Basically, looks like it's locked. Okay, we'll use that. So that was a key item. You'll find those in the treasure chest, as it were. All about them choices, yo. Where you go in the maze, where you, what you do in the combat. It's all about them choices. That's a new one. Lua isn't there to tell me it's new though, so that kind of sucks. Attack, skill, festering venom. Use that on this thing over here, so it doesn't bother me. Attack that. Hopefully I don't kill it. Oh, I killed it. Suck. That sucks. You definitely want a healer on your team, and now that my Lua is out of commission, I might be better off getting one of the other characters in there. Got a new weapon. Let me see if I can revive Lua, as it were. You know what? I think I'm gonna just go to the use the return here and see if I can go back to the real world and show you some of that, because you hadn't seen that yet, and plus it might help save me. Might bring Lua back. And see, it refills your HP, MP, needs a battery fully recharged, so that's plus going back to your whatever, your desk. You're at the publication office. So I got the desk here. Investigation complete. Karma powder ×2. Check memo. Got your little investigation memos. It's like a real office simulation. Work thing deal going on there.
Hey, how's it going?
Talk to the boss here.
The occult is just a form of entertainment.
See, they animate the stills, the facial expressions and stuff, so I want to give it a more living type look to it. And I have to say, like, this chief and editor-in-chief, Saratuni, he looks pretty cool. He looks like your standard fare anime character.
Everyone loves to snoop. If that wasn't true, although there are some...
Click through all that. Save my game here. Need to do that. I'll probably have to go back into the Akihabara station to got the spa, the witch house. Go to the spa here and see what's up.
Welcome.
You got your different locations, of course, for investigation.
Are you going to take a bath?
You can actually take a bath to boost your karma earnings and XP, XP earnings, or get a boost to HP and attack power and whatnot. Sort of, the boost mechanics of the game. I have 0 yen, though I cannot buy anything. Talk to her, see what's up.
Our spa is special. The waters stimulate your soul, bringing out different powers.
She's basically telling you, what she's selling here.
Benefits don't come cheap.
But yeah, that's that. Go there. Go to the Witch House bookstore, which is another point of interest. Looking like a very shady bookstore there. Definitely living up to the name, as it were.
There really are a lot of books, but they also sell some weird stuff.
The English voice acting is decent. Like, it's what you'd expect from a anime game. Definitely voice casted This
Are you
is
looking
good.
for something?
Ah! You're asking for divine punishment for startling an angel.
Did I startle you? I see. You're the first one I've met. But angels seem to be surprisingly similar to human.
Huh?
Does that mean you're...
No, Sarutani doesn't believe me no matter how many times I tell him.
You need a certain amount of basis in order to deny someone else's claims. I don't currently have that. Therefore, if you say you're an angel, I'll believe you. After all, it's quite common for angels to come to the morgue. For example, in 1978...
I'm not sure I like what you're
But
saying.
yeah, you can see these characters. They got some personality. They're not as static or unmoving, you know, outside of the face as they appear to be. The voice definitely livens them up, brings them to life. The dialogue is okay. It keeps it definitely helps further the story element.
This is on me. Take...
Herbal chips. Got back out here.
Snacks?
They may look like ordinary snacks, but
Look
they're
at 'em go
special
all
items
evil.
that heal spirits. I guarantee they taste good too. My research requires a vast amount of funding. I can't sell them for any cheap.
We don't have anything like this in heaven. What's it made of?
It's too complicated to explain. It'll have to remain a secret.
Is it really that?
It'll take about 37 hours to explain.
No, I'm good.
Got a lot of little subtle humor in it, sort of anime type humor, as it were. Anyway, this is like the shop. You can buy the different items if you got the yen for it, which I do not for some reason. I've been in a lot of battles, so that's kind of a loss there. But yep, that's your shop, the witch house bookstore, as it were. Go into here. Temple.
Well.
Cyber priest. Yeah, but this plays on a lot of aspects of religion. It's not just set on one type of religious thing. You got Buddha, Ra. You got the Cthulhu, which is not even a religion, but that's like a evil type of evil. They show.
I am the High Priest of Chogunji, and the administrator of the website for you to come here in person.
Are you human or just a screen? I guess there is something on my...
I do not have much interest. That is why I appear here on a screen.
Okay. At least we can communicate.
Thank you for understanding. That being said, I am collecting information about the after. If it's all right with you, may I?
Huh? You know about this tablet?
I see. All I know, it's a legendary artifact. That
Try not to spoil a lot of this for you guys, but yeah, there's
it is said
I'm
chosen by God. Risk
not
their body and
too deep in this file, but like I'm kind of in there past the initial thing. So yeah, I should have said spoiler alert, but trying to skip past the text, kind of
well, spirits have I call it the spirits.
kind of not spoil too much for you, but
You are very insightful.
basically it's just a battle of good and evil. You got like your main players like Lucifer. You got your Angel Lua here as the guiding spirit for Hayato, the chosen one, and all that stuff. Kind of so this is spirit scale. Exchange one astral skill for another, basically swapping out skills as it says, you know. They actually misspelled transfer, but actually there's the deep ones, the first thing you got, but I don't want to do that. I just gotta back out of this. I can't back out of it for some reason. I guess I have to do it now, so that kind of sucks. Compensated healing. Alright. For some odd reason, I'm not able to back out of that transaction. That could be a game glitch, or that could just be because it's like this part in the this first encounter. But yes, interesting.
Please choose the astral with the skill you'd like to transfer.
Back out of that. Okay. Darwin's branch. Here's what I was telling you about, where you actually sort of upgrade the astral, the demon. But I don't have enough yen to do anything, so that kind of sucks. Kinda sucks. Talk to him.
Miss Lua, that tab, it cannot be used without the Gangor. Yet they were not it actually seems to predate the Gangor.
Little Gangor history there, as it were. Back out of that. Shinjuku Station. Okay, now this is another interesting aspect of the real world thing. You'll see these silhouettes of people. You can choose to talk to them, engage in conversation, and they'll sort of, you know, give you hints about the investigation and whatnot. You know, I think I've already talked to these two.
Hey!
Got some interesting characters as usual, just little NPCs that sort of add flavor text to the, you know, the situation and whatnot. Lost office. Go back there.
You're back.
Save again. Sorry for going back to the blank Twitch screen there, but I had to save it since I made progress.
Take care of it.
Back out of this. Go to the world map. Press R1. Gonna have to go back into the. So you select which area you want to go to when you go to the map thing. Shinjuku is where the Lost office is, and the other real world points of interest. These are the layers, the map. Go to the Akihabara layer by pressing R1, of course. But see, you see that little guy down there. He reminds me of that guy from Shin Megami Tensei a lot, like him. Dude, you go over here. You can save it here if you like. Might as well save it since I'm back in here. Gonna have to do some going back in. Get back where I'm going. It doesn't really tell you where you need to go. There is no pointer. It's all about the exploration, about the random battles, how you deal with the random battles, how you manage your party, all that good stuff, you know. Door is sealed. You got your sealed doors, of course. I've already been here. As you progress, you'll find key items and stuff. You'll loot the place. Kind of shut firmly. I think that was one key that I had, so kind of sucks. Fragile looking wall. Got little different things that you can go to. Flip switch. So that opens the door. Go back that way. But that's the gist of it. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. Get you let you guys watch it in full if you want to. The game, as far as rating goes, I think its strongest point is the story. The combat's okay. It's interesting. It's got, you know, the whole Gangor, you know, capture astral thing going on. To capture demons, use demons in your party. It's got the astrals with different skills. You can upgrade your astrals and all that stuff. You can level them up with karma points you earn through real world conversations with Lua and other characters. And then you've got like let me think, where was I going with that? You've got the inventory. You got the eye indicators, which add another level to combat, where you know you don't want to use your character so much as to get them targeted and hurt bad or whatever. You know, eye color changes depending on how far along they are in combat. And then you definitely got to mind your ether battery when swapping out astrals. There's that level. What you've seen so far, basically, it's you know, deep enough to be interesting in combat. Definitely interesting in the story progression part of it. You didn't get to see a lot of that, and I didn't want to, you know, spoil that. That's why I didn't start from the beginning. Really get into the you know, the beef of the story. But basically, you know, it's good versus evil. Lucifer's toying with the main players. God's got his chosen one in there. You've got Lua, the angel, guiding you. You don't really know for certain who's playing who. And then you're the Hayato is who you are. You're the main character, investigative reporter for an occult magazine, The Lost. You know, whatever. Doing those investigations while you deal with Lua, who is hounding you about the whole situation, saying you're the chosen one. You need to, you know, battle demons. You know, go through the layers, battle demons and whatnot. Everybody's got an angle, and you don't know for certain until you get deeper into the game who's doing what, who's really legit good, who's bad, and who's like on neutral terms. And that's kind of the thing that keeps you going through the gameplay, kind of keeps you invested in the story. So I think on that level it's decent. It's a good game. It's budget price for an RPG is $39.99. It's not a bad deal for what it is. If you like the old school, you know, dungeon crawler type experiences with a twist, of course. This has got a huge twist to that. You might like it. You might actually enjoy it. But yeah, this is in video in full. It's about an hour long. It's gonna be going up to my YouTube channel, Otaku Dante lowercase letters. If you want to watch it in full, go back and watch me blabber on about things, as I don't really pay attention to what I'm doing when I should. But yeah, there's that to look forward to if you missed it. So that will be going up. I am gonna probably cut it short right here. I've got a lot of backtracking to do to even get to a story point, the next story point. Just know that there's a lot of content here. You got the labyrinth playthroughs, the combat playthroughs you're gonna be doing. The labyrinths are big, the layers are big. The investigation part of the game kind of ties in with your objectives there. And then you've got the angel aspect, the sort of like you know, the tug of war going on between the angels and the demons for Hayato's allegiance, whatever. So you're gonna be dealing with a lot of stuff. You got a lot to do in the game. Decent game overall, I think. Definitely worth the asking price. It is not a straight NISA developed game, Nippon Ichi Software. It is a Kadokawa game studio who did this. So do note that it's pretty cool. You know, I did like the story. One downside I think I need to point out is when you start up this game, it is obnoxiously loud. If you got your earphones on, do be warned. It is that probably needs to be patched. You got to really set the volume down in game 2. It's kind of very loud for some reason. But you know, aside from that, I think for the price, there's a budget price JRPG. It's nothing grand, and it plays heavily on the combat, the investigation part, and the story. The plot being the big selling point here. If you like the little, something interesting in the way of a religious theme, as I've said, a little mixed match of deities and angels and Christian lore and stuff, then you're in for a treat. It's not a bad game. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. I think you'll like it. It gets my approval. It gets the Inferno's approval. So, yeah, that's my verdict. Never really been disappointed by any Nippon Ichi software release, published game or anything. So they've always done pretty good. And this is not the first time they've been on board with a studio who's done a dungeon, first-person dungeon crawler type of SR RPG, strategy RPG. So they know who does what, and they usually end with the best of the best when it comes to Japanese studios. Kadokawa Games is not a stranger to the industry. They've done RPGs before, so they know what they're doing, and I think they did well with what they had here for the price. So I think that'll close it there. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, have fun. Yep. I shall talk at you later. Bye.